Hey guys, Marvin here with Driven by Graphics, and just wanted to bring you another quick video on utilizing the Sawgrass Print Manager software to ultimately troubleshoot and diagnose any sort of printer color issues that you may be having. So real quick, I will need to minimize my camera here so you can see the corner of my desktop. Ultimately, down in the system tray on Windows, you're going to look for your icons here, and ultimately what you're looking for is the small orange one that has the print PM in it for Print Manager. There's a couple different things here you can poke around, but ultimately what we're looking for here is the Printer Utilities option. When you click on Printer Utilities, it brings up this window here. What will show on Windows anyways, your current ink levels. It'll show obviously a little bit of information about your printer, firmware, how it's connected, that sort of thing. And ultimately for this video, what I'm trying to get to is this nozzle check itself. Ideally, if you're having no printer issues in terms of color, and this print will verify that, is that all these individual nozzles are correctly outputting ink and drawing each of these lines. Ultimately, if you are having some color issues, typically shown via some banding within your prints, where you're just not getting ink laid down, a lot of times that looks like some lines in your print. It'll look, similarly to this. Maybe there'll be some broken lines in an individual color. Hopefully you don't have it where it's all of these. But ultimately, I'm going to go ahead and click the nozzle check and get that started, and then I'll go through a couple of these other ones here. So that's going to go ahead and send that over. While that's doing so, I will show real quick. I'll hop over to the camera. So it just output that very, very quickly. And then I'll show that momentarily. Ultimately, if there are any issues with a particular print head that you're having, some color issues with, you can go through and perform a head cleaning on one of the two heads. You can toggle these off or do both, and that will hopefully clear up some of those issues. And then you can go back and then do another nozzle check. Ultimately, you don't want to do more than say 3 head cleanings at a given time. After that, you want to wait some period of time. Again, a lot of times if you're having some issues, reach out to Sawgrass and they can assist further. But again, it's just a high level quick overview trying to show where these tools are and how to at least utilize them for yourself. There's also a primary chart that can be printed. So this will print out the individual CMYK colors themselves on a sheet. You can confirm through that you're getting a good solid print with no breaks and lines, to look for that banding within a particular color or multiple colors here. And then you can also end up pressing this onto a test substrate, whether it's some polyester fabric, just some extra fabric, or in some cases if you're trying to test colors on a specific blank, you can obviously do that as well. Similar to these, if you're having some issues with a particular color, sometimes you may want to flush a little more ink through the print head than what this here would allow, and you can actually print a full page bleed of a particular color, and you just increment the color there of which individual color you'd like to do that with. And that's pretty much it. You just click the print option there. So those are the primary things within this Printer Utilities that I wanted to mention as being available to you to utilize to troubleshoot potentially some of your printing issues. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments, and we'll see you again real soon.